Hello YouTube, Message and Bother here with another video, and of course a background gameplay video of me playing Soul Calibur 6 with my favorite female character Ivy as usual. And just a reminder, the reason why I'm doing this is just trying something new. Hopefully the background is a little bit entertaining. At the same time, telling you the story that I want to talk about. So today what I wanted to talk about is my personal trauma of being socially stunted. That's the best way I can put it. And today, it was very interesting. A coworker of mine, we went to an event, and well, I went to an event, more like it. And this event was like a alternative event instead of going to work. And it's just me going there to show face. And I knew that I was gonna just eat the food and get out. My coworker was there, and my coworker, he knows that I was by myself. And me, I didn't mind being by myself. To be honest with you guys, I'm kind of used to it, especially when I'm in a new area and people that I do not know, don't have any friends. I'm essentially used to it, and the reason why I'm used to it, and the reason why I'm saying that is because my childhood, it was pretty bad. I'm not gonna deny it. I'm not gonna lie about it. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It was pretty bad, and because of my childhood, you could say that I mentally solidified myself of being alone, if that makes any sense. In other words, I'm completely okay with it, I'm completely used to it. But more importantly, as I was growing up, I learned, especially the hard way, because I realized that it is way better to be have real friends than fake friends. I repeat, it's better to have a real friend than a fake friend. And when it comes to romance, which once again, in my YouTube channel, I talk about women, I talk about romance a lot. It is way better to have a woman that honestly, I repeat, honestly have genuine attraction towards you than having a girlfriend or a wife who doesn't look at you that certain way. It's just using you for other reasons, for the wrong reasons. And trust me, guys, it's gonna be very painful if you guys lie to yourself while you're in a relationship with the wrong woman. I generally feel like the reason why a lot of marriages fail is because a lot of men, they don't want to accept this reality that they're with the wrong woman, and the woman was just clinging on to them for financial reasons, for social reasons. I would even dare say like a little narcissist reason, because sometimes women, since they're a little bit narcissist, they understand that them having a boyfriend or a husband is considered a social status. I repeat, them having a boyfriend or a husband is considered a social status. So keep that in mind. Once again, I'm not a woman hater. I really don't hate anyone. The only type of person I hate, or people I hate, are dishonest people. I really hate that. And why I hate dishonest people? Well, it's very obvious, but let's get down to the point of why I hate dishonest people. It's because if you lie to yourself and you're fully aware that they're dishonest, they're the type of people that will most likely stab you in the back, or should I say betray you down the line. And this is why a lot of people do not like dishonest people. Because when you need them the most, when you want something in a certain time, they will betray you. And a lot of people, they get a little dumbfounded, but it shouldn't be that way. They shouldn't be dumbfounded when you have fake friends or a woman that's faking their attraction towards you, only to later betray them down the line. If you guys remember why I made that video of the message video about the woman that I used to work with, The main reason why I made that video is because that woman generally showed true attraction, like attract a type of behavior, how a woman that's genuinely attracted to you, she she showed it towards me, but she didn't show it towards her boyfriend. Back in my mind, I know that relationship is going down the drain. Me, I'm just far, far away from it, and I'm glad that I'm far away from it, because it's like a ticking time bomb, and you know it's gonna get messy. So, going back to the subject, I know I felt I went off the rail again. Today, one of my coworkers saw me by myself at the event. Me, I didn't mind. My coworker came towards me and said, "Hey, come sit down with us." And I was like, "Oh no, no thanks," because we were about to get the food because the food was getting prepared for us for this event. And me, I casually denied it, and I made sure that there was no hard feelings. So the coworker he insisted, and me, I appreciate it, I really do, but I could tell that it's for the other reasons. Like he probably feels sorry for me. I mean, I kind of hate that. I really do. It's for other reasons. I'm not sure he was trying to be my friend. Something tells me he wasn't trying to be my friend. He was just trying to alleviate the social awkwardness in the area because in that event, not a lot of people know each other. So yeah. So what I did is kindly rejected it and he left. Me, I hope I didn't hurt his feelings. Nothing like that. Like, that's not. I had no hard feelings about that or towards him. And what's funny is that some of my other coworkers, they also basically sit down with me. And me, I had a minor talk here and there. But the thing is that despite that, I worked with them for a few years at this point. I never generally talked to them in a social sense, if that makes any sense. So to me, they're still strangers. They're just acquaintance or work acquaintance, but to me, they're still strangers. So we just had weird small talks, and once the food was prepared, I got my food and just eat my food, but I ate very very quick because I was in a hurry because I was getting worried about this appointment that I need to go to. And we had a small chat. Once I finished eating my food, it took me like 8 or 10 minutes to finish my food. Yeah, I was eating very quick. I just said, goodbye to my coworkers, gave them a weird handshake, and then I left. And the reason why I'm talking about this story, guys, is because really did appreciate that my coworker tried to be social with me, tried to get to know me, and ease the awkwardness. The fact that me and him were strangers, despite that we've been working together for like a few years at this point. And just a reminder, I'm trying to keep this anonymous because once again, there's a lot of crazy people out there. And despite my coworker's effort, I kindly rejected it because one thing I dislike, aside from fake friends, fake girlfriend's wife, is people trying to force it. I understand that they're on their part they're trying. I understand that, and I also understand that rejection could be a very hard thing to accept. Me personally, I been rejected before, and no hard feelings. In the very beginning, in my teenage years, rejection used to be very hard on me. But nowadays, I honestly don't care. If they say no to me, perfectly fine, and we go on our day. And okay, here's something about me, guys, because me personally, I'm not that desperate in terms of making friends or getting into romantic relationship. The only thing I'm desperate is finding the, how do I say this? In a weird way, I am kind of desperate to look for something real, but at the same time, I'm not that desperate to accept something fake. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. I'll repeat it again. I am desperate to experience something real, like having a legit girlfriend, having a girlfriend that's legit attracted to you, and you could see it through the reaction, how they react towards you, how they interact with you, versus me not being desperate to accept a fake girlfriend or fake wife that you yourself you could tell that they're faking it. So I'd rather be a loner than accepting fake friends, fake girlfriends, fake wife, fake family. I know that's hard for me to say that, fake family, but and the reason why I mentioned my childhood is because I've seen a lot of drama throughout my childhood, and I remember growing up, I really hate drama. Like majority of the drama that I witness is over trivial things that are not that big of a deal. I repeat, trivial things that are not that big of a deal. But more importantly, there are things that are kind of preventable, and I feel like if people were a little bit smarter, they could easily avoid those consequences that are preventable. Now, that being said, I did mention that I hold a minor grudge against my parents, and the reason why is because as I was growing up, there were moments throughout my childhood where I kind of realized my parents, both my mother and my stepfather, because, well, I say stepfather because my biological father, he wasn't around that long. He was only around in my very early childhood years, but up to when I was like 8 or 6 years old, I can't remember. He left because he was forced to leave. But my stepfather and my mother, there were moments throughout my childhood years where I realized they're not very smart people. If they were smart people, they would have understood what needs to be done in order to taking care of me properly, like raise me properly, but they didn't. And as a result, I kind of grew up socially stunted. Like it's very hard for me to get out of my comfort zone and make proper friends. And the moment when I feel like someone is forcing it towards me, I kind of mentally reject it. Like I really don't want none of that. Because if a person is forcing themselves to be friends with me, I'm gonna take that as you trying to be my friend, but for the wrong reason, if that makes any sense. Because going back to what I said earlier, I am kind of desperate to experience something real, but I'm absolutely not desperate to accept anything fake. So when I feel like someone is forcing themselves to be nice towards me, I kind of dislike it, but I will politely and respectfully reject it. To give you guys a good example, and lately I've been having an issue with this, is going to church daily. The reason why I have issue going to church daily is because sometimes when I go to church, I kind of could sense. I'm not sure about you guys. Please leave a comment down in the comment section below in your experience about this. But when it comes to going to church, I sometimes get this weird feeling or sense that people's attitude at the church is like what's it called, a persona or a facade. And for those of you who don't know the meaning of the word facade, it means putting on a mask and faking a personality. So me going to church, I kind of could sense people are putting up a facade. And me personally, okay, I'm guilty of this too. Sometimes I put on a facade as well, just to be a little more friendly, a little more kind towards people, in order to, how do I say this, be a little more socially accepted. But at the same time, I try my best to be honest with myself, because I'm not trying to, what's the word? I'm not trying to be quote unquote the cool guy or anything. I just want people to be genuine with me. That's all I ask. And why I'm so obsessed with this honesty is because I've been betrayed before, and growing up, seeing a lot of family drama, I've seen family members like betraying each other. So yeah, so I try my best to break that cycle and not being fake. Like, I try my best to be an honest person, but as the old saying goes, especially in these days, being an honest person will get you dislike, and it's perfectly fine because I accepted that not everyone's gonna like me. But I rather people not like me and be honest about it and being respectful about it, which, by the way, that actually happened to me before. That actually did happen to me before. One time I was working at a Japanese restaurant, and I clearly remember the son of the supervisor of that restaurant, Japanese restaurant. He didn't really like me, but he respected me, but he didn't like me. I could tell, but he was being very professional about it. And as a result, me personally, looking back to it, I highly, highly respected him in return. And because of that, I'm honestly, I'm honestly kind of happy that had that luxury experience of that, because that's super mature, super honorable, and that's something that, I don't want to tarnish, if that makes any sense. But anyway, going back to the subject of going to church. Sorry, guys, I'm going off the rail again. So, what's super hard for me to go to church daily is because I feel like I didn't fit in, but at the same time, it also feels like people are forcing themselves to be someone they're not. And when I get that sense that someone's forcing themselves to be someone they're not, it kind of, how do I say this? It makes me it makes me not want to be there, if that makes any sense, because back in my head it feels like they're gonna betray me down the line. I don't know why, but it's like a mental trauma in my head. So when I sense people being fake, I do not want to be around them, because it feels like they're gonna throw me under the bus down the line. So yeah. In my next video, guys, I'm gonna talk about another personal trauma, which is me being paranoid. And my paranoia kind of stems of the dangerous area where I grew up with. Oh, sorry, I stuttered right there. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I kind of went over the 18-minute mark. I just realized that, and I hope this video, in a way, kind of is something that you guys could relate to. Again, we're all human beings. We're not perfect, and the whole point of this YouTube channel is kind of like a diary. And I kind of what I kind of wish for this YouTube channel is also be like a little wisdom story, if that makes any sense. Where if you guys understand the mistakes that I made, understand what I'm going through, I hope you guys can make better choices for yourself. Remember, think for yourself, guys. Think for yourself. Me, I'll admit, I'm an egghead. I'm kind of dumb, or you could say like Alex Jones. I'm kind of socially retarded, or I'm kind of retarded. All I'm saying is think for yourself, make the right choice, and trust me, you will have better consequences. Consequences is essentially what happens after you take an action. So yeah. Well, guys, I feel like I ranted enough. Uh, like and subscribe, Put a comment down in the comment section below and all that jazz. Message in the bottle, over and out, and thank you for watching.
My old life is dead to me.
Congratulations.